The chosen one. Something occurred, but not at random. Something aligned, tremendous, and heavenly. The kind of moment that alters timelines and rewrites destiny. The type of moment when your name is written all over it. There is a billionaire-level blessing in the works, one produced not by labor logic or strategy, but by divine appointment. You did not pursue this award. This award pursued you. It's as if all of creation has leaned in and whispered. It's time the world halted, altered, and reshaped itself to find you, reward you, and crown you. And what has been awakened in the invisible is now pushing forward to be seen. The transition is already underway. And whether you know it or not, it is already yours. Before we go further, pause for a minute. The chosen one. Stay with me to the finish of the message. This is not simply a video. This is a confirmation, a transmission, and an activation. Continue watching to the end. Because the deeper you go, the more in tune you become with what is being delivered into your life. While you're here, leave your best wishes in the comments and write the number 777. Because your desire is no longer a faint echo. It is a magnetic pull. And the energy you give out now is bringing your billionaire prize closer. The chosen one. I like this video. If you have not already done so, subscribe to the channel. Let we begin. Let us be honest. Most people won't believe it. They'll ask how, why, and even whether it's true. But you are not. Most people. You are the oddity, the exception, the one who has inherited favor rather than earned it. Something is sewn into the fabric of your existence. It refers to a greater destiny. And the billionaire's reward, whether financial, spiritual, or a transforming opportunity, he is not coming because you pursued it with desperation. It is coming because it was created with your DNA in mind. The germ of greatness that has always been hidden inside you is now waking. And this enlightenment is not only personal. It's strong, prophetic, and unavoidable. Something occurred. But let us be clear. It did not simply happen today. It did not only happen this week. It started years ago. In the backdrop of your journey, the times when you persevered, stayed true, and chose progress above giving up the billionaire prize that has found you now, are only the outward manifestation of an inside elevation. Your spirit was being prepared long before your hands could receive the prize. That is why it has arrived now. You are no longer the same person you were before. You are more. You have developed. You've evolved into the person who is willing to accept what was previously considered too much to ask for. This isn't luck. It's a wonderful arrangement. Things are lining up behind your back. People are talking your name in rooms you've never been. Opportunities are all around you. Resources are growing restless till they come into your hands. And no power in the world is strong enough to stop it anymore. What is intended for you does not have to be pursued. It senses your vibe and approaches you. Right now, your vibe screams billionaire energy. You may not have seen the actual billions yet, but your aura, energy, and alignment are already affluent. You have become the prize. Before the prize came, the universe had already observed your progress, seen your prayers, and documented your agony, and it is now answering with overflow. You did not simply pass the exam. You aced it gracefully. You shown resilience in the face of silence. You walked instead of sitting. You proclaimed life when your own spirit needed revival. And now the reward is to react to the weight of your past. You were not ignored. You were concealed. But what was previously concealed is now being disclosed. And the world is going to witness a version of you that fulfills the promise God spoke in the darkness. This billionaire's prize comes as no surprise to your soul. Your spirit remembers it, even if your head does not understand it yet. That is why you sensed it coming. That is why you have experienced times of heavenly discomfort. Because the gift stretched you. You are growing, shaping you into someone who can withstand the weight of what has been delivered. You can't go back to the little, fearful, or uncertain version of yourself. That version will never be available again. What is emerging now is the brave, enlightened, and divinely authorized version of you. The version that does not hope for the prize but anticipates it lives as if it is already completed, which it is. And let's speak about the kind of prize that's on the way. This is not a little door. This is a wide and regal gate. You're going to enter spaces where your mere presence alters the energy, and your words will have far-reaching consequences. We use the special thanks button on YouTube jointly. Let us promote faith, hope, and love, bringing light not just into our own lives, but also to those who need it the most. Your donation provides a source of inspiration and healing for many individuals. You'll glance around and find you don't know your surroundings. This isn't because things changed at random, but because you were improved. You'll go from neglected to overflowing, from waiting to victory, from wondering to witnessing. And it will defy logic because billionaire energy does not follow the laws of the world. It comes from a higher source, one where obedience overflows, alignment draws acceleration, and being chosen means being trusted with more than enough. You've become the magnetic chosen one. You don't pursue anymore. You are attractive. You have no more doubts. You declare. You're not simply surviving anymore. You soul. And this billionaire prize demonstrates that the transformation is genuine. The riches that is finding you now will take various forms. Yes, money matters, but so are effect, influence, and inner serenity. This is about total abundance, not the sort you put in a bank, but the kind that changes your world. And it has already started. You may have spotted the indications. Synchronicities, gut sensations, divine nudges. The transition is no longer subtle. The volume is growing. Every minute brings you closer to your millionaire identity. Not because you need to prove anything, but because you were always destined to be this person. The variant that invokes blessings. The version that serves as proof of what is possible. When you walk in divine favor, impossibilities become evidence. You'll know it's genuine when everything you need starts to find you. People will appear. Ideas will enter your soul. Strategies will become clearer. And the more you trust, the more quickly it pours. You are now in flow. Not the grind, not the strain, the flow. The place where convenience meets greatness, where force meets peace. Rewards are inherited rather than earned. And your selected one is the legitimate successor. Continue to monitor this energy. It will not give up. The award is linked to your name. It is now part of your timeline. It's against procedure to come ahead of time. And when it occurs, you will recall this message. You'll remember this moment since it marked a transition. This is when it was undeniable. This is when the billionaire blessing became a visible reality rather than a vision. What is happening now is beyond your prior knowledge. This is not just another step ahead. It is a spatial leap, temporal jump, and a tremendous spiritual acceleration. It's rewriting what you believed was possible. It is no longer about trying, pushing, or proving. It's about letting, receiving, and embracing. You've entered the frequency of fulfillment, and now everything is reacting to your authority. The world you've entered is coded with favor, an unfathomable favor that reacts to alignment rather than credentials. The billionaire prize that has discovered you is not only about to arrive. It is overtaking you rapidly, violently, and surely. You were never forgotten. You were reserved, set aside, and sheltered until the moment was perfect. Others hurried on, but your route demanded precision. There were delays not because you were turned down, but because your prize needed a heavenly arrangement. Things that did not happen back then included protection. And now what's occurring is providing. The quiet you maintained was sacrosanct. It prepped the soil, and now the harvest is unstoppable. You're not expecting a low return. You are entering a heritage that is generational, fundamental, and revolutionary. This is the reward that goes beyond merely blessing you. It has a transformative effect on everyone around you. And it all began when you believed what your eyes couldn't see. You believed, even if it was with tears. The moment you said yes, when fear yelled no. That inner determination, which no one saw but heaven, was your key. And that key has just opened doors that did not exist before. This award is not arriving via the front door. It appears like a wave, unexpected, quick, and sovereign. When it strikes, your whole life will be changed. What was formerly difficult will become easy. What was previously delayed will now scramble to catch up. What was once a possibility is now a reality. This is the day of the chosen one. Understand this. You are now the confirmation that others have prayed for. Your breakthrough is not just personal, it is prophetic. You will stroll into rooms and not know you are the solution someone else has been looking for. And why? Because you dared to continue going while others gave up. When the way did not make sense. When the resistance arrived in waves and all you had was trust. You remained. You believed. You gave up. And now the prize is more than just meeting you. It exalts, elevates, and crowns you. This is about more than just monetary prosperity. This is about the kind of riches that has weight. The sort that leaves a legacy, alters atmospheres, and bears responsibility and respect. You have tapped into a billionaire reward with financial, emotional, spiritual, and social aspects. You'll be blessed. Yes. More importantly, you will be in a position to bless others. And the outpouring will not end with you. It will flow through you because you are now a vessel, a divine distributor, a chosen one with heaven's blessing on your life. People will inquire what occurred. They'll marvel how things turned out so rapidly. They believe you achieved something spectacular, and they will be correct. But not in the manner they think. You did something extraordinary. You trusted. Stay loyal and aligned. Because of this, the gates have opened. A flood has been unleashed. Heaven's vaults have been released. You're not just at the right place at the right moment. You are the perfect person for this magnificent time. You are the magnet that attracts marvels to reality. You are proof that heaven's timing is genuine. Every closed door was preparing you for the one door that didn't need knocking. The one that opens upon arrival. That's where you are now. Doors are opening before you can ask. Rooms are changing to your advantage. People are feeling compelled to bless, support, and invest in you. It is not manipulation. It's magnetic. You are attracted to prosperity, favor, and golden possibilities because your vibration has now been tuned into divine harmony. You've tuned and can now attract without effort. You won't have to struggle for attention anymore. The limelight has found you not for your ego, but for your advancement, not for vanity, but for exposure. Because what is occurring in your life right now has to be noticed. It must be observed. It must be known. You were concealed throughout training. But now you're rising as a symbol, a live prophesy, a walking warning that fate cannot be avoided. They attempted to count you out, but God already had you in. This billionaire's prize is not the end goal. It's the launch pad. You're ready to do something impossible for others. Not because you are superior, but because you are constructed differently. What sought to break you only strengthened you. What attempted to stop you, I only awakened you. And the version of you that is developing is one that will not settle, does not shrink, does not second guess. This version is clear, confident, called and selected. Everything around you is changing to reflect the prize. Your surroundings will alter. Your language will change. Your relationships will be improved. Your judgments will be based on merit, not stress. Because when you know your surroundings, you walk differently. You move with conviction. You talk with power, love without fear, and eliminate the need to push anything since you believe what is already flowing in your favor. Every moment has been leading up to now. Every grief was a preparation. Every loss served as a learning opportunity. Each delay was wonderful. And now the results are obvious. You are standing at the entrance of greatness, and the instant you go through, your whole identity will change from unnoticed to overflowing, from wandering to winning, and from waiting to walking in what has already been promised. Nobody can steal this from you. No system, no opinion, no untruth, and no opponent can intercept what has already been delivered in your name. It's spiritually encrypted, timed, and completely protected by angels. And it is already here rather than on its way. It is now unfolding. The billionaire prize is already finding its way into your field, and the indicators are becoming louder, clearer, and closer. You'll feel it in your bones before you can see it. A sensation of understanding, tranquility, enthusiasm, and a developing inner strength that will no longer be intimidated by fear. That is not fantasy. That is alignment. That is your spiritual intellect, recognizing the miracle's arrival. You don't have to prepare for it. You already are it. You are a miracle. You represent the prize in motion. And now the mirror of that truth is manifesting in your reality. Stay present. Stay expectant and surrendered. Your billionaire prize has burst past every barrier, passed through every gate, and arrived in your environment. The chosen one. You may already feel it in your spirit. Something huge is happening under the surface of your life. It is not chaotic. It's all orchestrated. There is an invisible stream reshaping your world. And this is more than just one occurrence. This is about a wave, heavenly tidal change that brings money, knowledge, favor, and opportunity with supernatural precision. You don't need to guess anymore. You don't need to plead. The divine has directed what you are experiencing right now. It was postponed till your preparations were completed. However, now that you've been updated on the inside, the prize is being distributed on the outside. The season of traveling is ended. The season of witnessing has started. And this is more than simply a prize. It is a reversal. Everything that appeared like a loss has now been converted into a legacy. What was taken is returning in multiples. The gift you're about to get proves that nothing went to waste. No tears, no sadness, no rejection. Every closed door was a redirection. Every unanswered prayer was considered holy. Yes, in disguise. And now, the divine calendar has announced that it is time for you to receive. You can tell that what is occurring is unusual. This is hardly a case of stumbling into fortune. This is riches combined with assignment. To reward with reason. Overflow with purpose. It is more than you imagined. Because it was never based on calculable values. This is divine math. Miraculous approach. A magical summation of everything concealed. Yes. Have you ever whispered in faith? And suddenly what was once unseen has become visible. The ethereal has become physical. You are no longer just feeling the benefit. You're walking into it. Don't be startled when things change rapidly. Do not be surprised when others comment, "I knew you were different." They did not know. But now they will. They will see what God saw in you before you believe it for yourself. Your reward will be reflected back to the globe. The truth you concealed in quiet. It will elevate your voice, vision, and value. You will not have to persuade anybody. Your actions will speak for themselves. Your victories will be seen. This is what billionaire energy feels like. It's not just about statistics. It is about embracing prosperity and living in totality. Carry yourself like someone who understands that their value is determined by their spirit rather than their station. With purpose. By promise. You've handled so much suffering with elegance, and now you are ready to embody so much power via joy. That is what this prize signifies. Not just a check, not just a breakthrough, but a transformation of being. A complete transformation of life. There's a magnetic field around you now. You're attracting folks who understand your frequency. You are being presented with opportunities that reflect your truth. You're attracting provision that aligns with your vision. And there's no need to pursue it because when you're in your heavenly lane, what's intended for you comes to you. The chosen one. You are no longer imposing results. You're doing well. You're not assuming your route. You are led by grace. Grace doesn't miss.